So your morning started and you don't know what's up. Give me your ear and a grab of your cup. It's the time of the week you've been waiting for. So tune on in and we'll give you some more. Cause there's only one show that makes you good to go. It's Cup of Joe. Cup of Joe. Cup of Joe. Joe.
Hey Rams, this is Sheila
and Amalia,
and welcome back to Mr. Voss's favorite news program.
Sadly, today we won't get any love advice from Mr. Ho Ryan, but we have some interesting events that we are going to cover in this episode.
We hope you enjoy.
Hey Rams, the bowling team just concluded a very successful season, going all the way to sectionals and sending junior Matt Orlo to state, where he placed 35th overall. I caught up with some of our varsity bowlers to hear about how the season went and what they think about the future of the program.
I think it was a very successful season. I mean, we had a lot of success and a lot of improvement. I think we're actually, if anything, we're going to get better next year, because I think there's going to be a lot of improvement, especially from the JV level. From going from the last year to this year, I think I made a big improvement, like in the standings, especially going from 110th last year to 35th this year.
It's really a family. Towards the end of the season, we bonded, we matched, and we had fun.
I think we're all going to put in the work this off season, and I think we're going to have a big, strong season next year. I don't think there's anything that's going to get in our way. I think we're coming in the end of it.
On February 8th, we celebrated our annual Black History Month Assembly in the Commons. Many students from BSU contributed by participating in the flag display, and Senior Kat Batum delivered a beautiful singing performance. Let's take a look.
So this year, Black History Month for me has been very different because it's the first time I've been to a school that's actually celebrated something, and I feel like it really brings everybody together within a community, and it makes everybody feel very included and as a family.
The two things that we knew needed to happen during the course of Black History Month were resurrecting the Black History Month Assembly and the Unity Dinner. And then, of course, just like during the other cultural celebration months, we're also on the morning announcements and having students sort of express what it is that they love about Black History Month or just about being a Black American.
Probably because it's not really taught in our normal school curriculum, so teaching it like throughout the month is been my favorite part.
People from the Black Student Union were the people who organized the things on the announcements. Yeah, that was pretty fun.
I would say the overall vision for the assembly is something the Holy Spirit sort of dropped in my spirit at the very beginning. I think the first Saturday of Christmas break, sort of woke up and I could see the whole thing. That's how my brain works. But the execution and the heart and the love behind it, that is the students and the other faculty members that all work together.
So every Friday we'll come together as like a little meetup, and then around when we want to do an event, all of us will like come together and plan what we're gonna do, what food we'll bring, just what the layout of it will be.
It can be seen through the Unity Dinner, how it was organized with all the food and like how most of everyone was there.
The highlight was obviously our senior Kat Batong, who has an amazing voice, and we were able to showcase that during the open mic November 1st. She responded immediately, started working on it, practiced it, and then that was sort of the heartbeat of the entire 22-minute experience.
My favorite part of the assembly was probably the procession of the flags coming in and then going up stairs.
Part of that flag procession, I think that's one of the things that we've gotten so much feedback about. Yes, it was beautiful from what I understand, watching the students marching in and really just walking in. They were very methodical in it. But I think once they were upstairs and draping the balcony, and flanking cats singing on either side, hearing feedback from students, from colleagues, that just how powerful that visualization was, and how we were able to then roll into that the educational component of the Black diaspora, really understanding what that means. Few of us that know that we are, Jamaican American or Nigerian, but most of us in this country, let alone in this specific community, we don't really know our heritage like that.
Seeing everybody together, and also the food was amazing. There was a lot of cupcakes. I think those were my favorite. Somebody even brought homemade cupcakes, which were delicious. Probably one of the best things ever.
Students brought in food, which is what's happened historically within the AAPI events, as well as the Hispanic heritage events, and with our students not having had that opportunity for a couple of years, really wanting them to understand, like, this is ours, right? And even understanding what the history of African American cuisine. We started with that little snippet from the Netflix documentary High on the Hog. Students had a lot of leeway, but we also had great donations from administrators, at least 5 or 6 administrators on the administrative team. Personally gave donations, and we're extremely grateful for that.
What kind of food did they bring in? I know there was samosas.
Oh yeah, samosas were there. We had a lot of jerk foods, so representing more of that Jamaican tradition. There was some jollof rice, which is another African tradition.
Mac and cheese.
Mac and cheese, that's a big one. And we talked a little bit about red velvet cake, and how that is that's been birthed out of the Juneteenth celebration. So for us, that represents our freedom. That red in the cake, that dye in the cake, which now, for most part, is no longer red food coloring, but it is made from the coloring from beets. There's definitely a segment in High on the Hog where one of the chefs says, like, in order to it's not just about cuisine, but to understand, your purpose and where you're headed, you have to understand where you came from. And I mean, that's a concept that's used over and over and again, but that's really what we were trying to do, was just sort of like give a little taste, literally in terms of food, but also historically understanding that there's history behind a lot of the food that is often associated with Black culture in America.
I think seeing people come together, especially at the Unity dinner, I think it was really special and like nice to see people from different races and like personalities, if that makes, or like identities come together for one cause. Same with the assembly and the fact that the assembly was able to teach people.
Happy season, Lent Rams! In honor of Fat Tuesday, French Honor Society held a Mardi Gras festival in the dining hall after school. There was bucket, food, and fun carnival masks to celebrate the beginning of the Lenten season. I don't know who won the baby and the king cake, but we hope that everyone enjoyed the event.
Hello, I am here with Miss Parker asking questions about the Mardi Gras celebration. We wanted to ask, what does this celebration mean to you and some of the other students in French Honors?
Yeah, this celebration means a lot because this is something that we actually started my first year, 4 years ago, in the old Gordon building. Me and Mr. Corbett basically had a crepe station, and we were hand making crepes with the batter and everything. And to see what this event has become, it's now the 4th annual one, and it's been really exciting to watch it grow into such a cool event.
Awesome, that's super fun. How have the students been helping you with this along the way?
Yeah, so this is an FHS sponsored event, so all of the FH kids are the ones who donated and or made the food today. We also purchased some gumbo from Pearl's Southern Kitchen in Edgewater, but 95% of the food was donated and made by the FHS kids.
That is super awesome. Is this going to continue next year? How is it going to be improved or improved upon? We'd love to know.
Yeah, sure. So this is definitely something we're going to do again next year. This is now an annual event, and we kind of really look forward to it every Mardi Gras. We host this, every Fat Tuesday. I think, too, in the future, just having different types of foods, especially, too, as FHS grows, we're an organization that has already grown so much in the last couple of years. But to just kind of watch this event grow with the group is really cool in terms of food, types of food, and even, to just number of kids that get to come and participate. It's awesome. So
awesome. Thank you so much. Most appreciated. See you guys next year.
Hey Rams, on February 16th, we had an annual winter concert. The choir, beginning, and advanced band performed beautifully, and we really had that winter weather for the winter concert. Thank you to everyone that helped the concert go smoothly, and great job to the band and choir. Here's some photos that I took that night.
Thank you for watching this episode of Mr. Voss's favorite news program, Cup of Joe.
Thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed. See you next time.
Clink! Amanda, I love you, but you have awful aim. No hand-eye
coordination. So your morning started and you don't know what's up. Give me your ear and I grab at your cup. It's the time of the week you've been waiting for. So tune on in and we'll give you some more. Cause there's only one show that makes you good to go. It's Cup of Joe. Cup of Joe.